Subroza and GMD as well behind them to back them up with the perfectly timed util. It's clearly rehearsed, it's clearly practiced. It's not gonna be easy for nearest airport, but hey, look, I'm just hoping. The thing about Astro is that she does have a certain flexibility in that she can recall her stars and whatnot, but the problem is the wait time is so long, so you kind of have to be committed to and be careful about where you deploy your util. It's different for other smokers though. Seven, nice little early engagement, taking the fight over towards nearest airport. Now Subroza's turn. The sky pick for him on bind has been signature, but Seven dives down to his death. Wasn't expecting Governor to be up so close in his face over towards Showers. First kill going over to nearest airport, and Subroza basically isolated from his teammates. And where were those things coming from? My goodness, that deep into Shower? You must be joking.
I believe that's a sheriff in hand. I'm not 100% sure if they know Subroza's here. Obviously, everybody's staring at it. They assume he is, but he did some sort of combo where he took the TP as well as the dog entry at the same time. So there is a world where maybe they're not 100% sure, but they're going to take that over to the B side. Little do they know, the rotation from TSM hasn't come out yet. There's still a lot of pressure in the area, and it's that Viper and Raze combo that's so much stall potential to get that Asher over from A.
Rossy. Ooh, a little jump pick there. It gets a few bullets in the chest for his troubles. Subroza, there we go. Now they have confirmed that he's there, but he's done instantaneously. Corey! I'm telling you, Corey has been so consistent throughout this entire series by himself. Essentially 1v2, slow and methodical, tapping away at the heads. And GMD, there you go. There's a slow util that we just talked about, the gravity one, just to buy some extra time. One more smoke to play for potentially, and he's in the smoke. In Ninja,
GMD.
now's a sneak. Rossy for one, but GMD finally strikes, gets the final kill. Nicely done. TSM, it was a little bit risky at first, but they lose the two.
Being Rossy, he just peeks these every time for info.
And every time he gets a few bullets for his troubles, and when you have a lack of Sova or like one of those hard intel gathering agents, you gotta go there with your own eyes, man, and see what happens. So far, so good though, but I fear that one day when he tries to go for that jiggle pick or something, he's gonna get destroyed. We'll just see what happens.
It's one of those things where you do it until you say, hey, maybe shouldn't do that again. It's extremely risky. Just burn some utility to gain information. And the fact that he puts down orb there and he's really in a position where he's not getting that back. That's not where you want the orb later in the round. Yeah, it stalls hookah at the beginning, but it's a risky play to somehow regain that and use it in a different setting. But that's just going to be the slow approach over towards Showers. And look how patient TSM is at the moment. We're not seeing that super aggressive defense that we've seen on every map so far. Yeah, we saw it in Pistol, but they've taken a step back here.
Here comes the Sky Flash. Seven, he's blinded and still gets a no-scope onto Governor. The reset is beautiful. Corey explodes Anderson. GMD lying away. Just getting a bit confused as to where the bullets are coming from. So much chaos on the screen. That's all down to Leviathan. Escapes to safety. And this is a ratty play. Gets one. And that's all he was good for.
I would say has favored the double hit in a row, but regardless, it's going to be Subroza on the grass here once again. That's the thing about that Sky. I love Sky so much on Bind because the information that you could gather with that utility early is just, it's unlike anything else.
And the flash as well, to set up your team. You know, it's just the brain games. The fake flash, the real flash, the delayed flash.
It's everything that
nice little reactionary play, resets his positioning, and the flash, of course, that's all of them. And the recharge as well. It's beautiful. Seven, there you go. One-upping his counterpart, Calypso. Nearest airport again on the back foot. A man down. Seven, that's a great little bit of a tag onto Leviathan. No scope going all the way. Corey as well, firing bullets in the shower. Seven, you're just going in for it. The right clicks takes down Precision. That's gun upgrades potentially. GMD onto Anderson. Leviathan, he's bleeding out as we speak. He's stunned for. Clean round for TSM.
Haven, maybe they didn't get that reset that they needed in between games here. They didn't take their time to say, hey, we just reset here. And Rossy.
Oh my. That ain't good. Governor leaps into the crosshairs of Rossy. Seven. They'll just stands a punish. The ultimate gets invested early and they get no value out of it. TSM, they haven't taken any damage at all. And look at how reactionary they are as well. They hear their teammates are getting rushed and everyone just TPs over towards the B side. Nearest airport there. No, just yet, but A site's fully clean. They could just go for a spike plant and just get some extra padding in the wall, I suppose. Leviathan's gone. It's all down to Precision. 26 HP. Frenzy in the dream. Maybe he could be good for one, but it's unlikely. Unless Subroza just ints it in. Oh, well.
They're going to send him in. Same thing with that, with the farm of the Rolling Thunder. They're going to try to farm those Seekers. It's just a great ultimate on Bind with so many close corridors. You kind of need it, especially on retake. If they do get that bomb, that's rifles in hand. That's Calypso with an operator, and that's 5 men over set side B.
Subroza and teammates as well gearing up for a flash play out of the smoke, and in retaliation, nearest airport, they pump bullets down range. GMD's gone, Subroza's dead as well. This is a good start for nearest airport and sorely needed. TSM just getting a little bit too aggressive. Finally, they get shut down. The Seekers, it doesn't even find Rossy. Sorry, locked onto a target. Okay, it came back. I don't know why it did that. Weird interaction. Seven, what a flick! Also flying governor, but alas, it was for North. They still lose the sight. 2v4 though. There's a world, there's a chance. Rossy and Curey. If anyone do it, it's these two. Rossy, showstopper out. Rosa ult gets nothing out of it, but the tag team duo, the flanks as well, post plant. This should be the round for North for nearest airport. The orbital strike comes through as well, just to force them off the spike to buy extra time. That's how badly they need this round. Viper Ball's down. They have to fight it out dry now. Calypso finally strikes. Not that he really had to. His teammates did all the...
It's a beautiful play, and they're going to try to replicate it. Will TSM allow it is the question. Is Seven now with the tour de force in hand on this B side?
All right, and those Sevens around in the corner now. Subroza first kill onto Anderson, and Seven thinking he can get a swing in, but just the pepper of bullets just puts him down before he can even round the corner. Subroza, he's taking Sand's control, but nearest airport wants to call here. They've got something ultra, but they just slow things down to a crawl. They're not too convinced about the B side just yet. And through the smoke, wasn't through the smoke, Calypso finds Subroza. That's criminal.
Rossy still patient here. We see him in this position so frequently.
Good smoke.
He's
Good
just
call.
waiting for Curey, though, yeah. This is just a good setup.
On the flank, but yes, they don't know this just yet. They have to speed it up. Okay, Curey gets detected. That's the go sign, especially with Rossy dead now. GMD has to do so much here. Montana one gets shut down by Calypso yet again. Who, by the way, with an operator on attack, is doing all the work for nearest airport. Curey, 1v3, having to jump out of hookah as well. He steps around, position is revealed, and nearest airport, everyone's just hiding. A three-way crossfire. Giving him nothing to work with, but Calypso, the quad feed to finish it off.
Good spot for them at this point. TSM has been holding these cheeky angles, so those deep flashes, that deep utility is giving them the information that, hey, maybe we should check these close corners. Nothing is being revealed backside, and it's Calypso looking for the opening pick of the operator once again. Even TSM not really changing their sight holds too much. It's default. They're going back to what found them success, but now it's nearest airport is finding it.
Slow and steady, and honestly, just like yesterday as well with TSM Academy's coach timeouts, huge shout out to coaches. You can see how big the difference it makes. The playstyle instantly changes and they stabilize. The reset is all they need, but just as I say that, man, Leviathan swings out by himself and loses his life to Rossy. That's one of the two smokes and potentially post-plant util for nearest airport. That's not the start you want coming into a round like this. Oh my goodness, Governor, don't try to get man by himself. No flashes to back him up, and they're walking in one by one. There was the Astra util just to separate the crew once again, and TSM, they're finding so much success. What is that Blastback meant to be doing? A distraction perhaps? Curey funds one. A swing again. This guy fears nothing.
Subroza with the Seekers. Rossy one away from the Viper's Pit. Major ultimates on the defender side. Everything that you could need to either defend or retake that site with ease. And it's going to be that tour de force pulled out on the side for nearest airport. Subroza going to gain a little bit of information. And this is the thing. TSM has no issue burning early utility to get the info. And they're not burning rotations too much. They're playing that slow game. But it's, once again, it's just going to be NA. They found a little bit of success on B. And they're right back to it.
HL forced Subroza off the angle, and the dog, he didn't kill the dog, and as a result, he got stunned. That was the death of him. TSM, they lose one player early on, that's the Seekers, and Subroza's flashes Governor, he's just not having it. He blasts back in the air, he gets killed every single time. Mediac Hyman touched the ground. Thankfully, the trade was there from his team. Nearest airport, they've taken the B site. Spike Toons get planted, but the Cosmic Divide is early though, and Rossy just around the corner by himself, falls prone to position, and nearest airport. I'm liking this, the respect, the patience. They're expecting TSM to pull off some nuts crazy play. Just go aggro. It hasn't happened just yet, but 2v4, it shouldn't happen, but I'm gonna hold my breath. They've pulled off some amazing things in the past. Molly's everything. GMD walks in, he gets detected by precision. Curey last player standing. That's one on the board for him. 3 more to go. A reload will give away his position. They know he's backside now. Still walking around inside the Viper's Pit. One outside Calypso at long, watching elbow, making sure all their bases are covered. Curey finally steps split inside. He's losing HP as we speak. Precision should spot him out any moment now. The gun barrel. Curey misses a few shots. Precision
down from nearest airport, showcasing that they have life in them. But here we go. They're trying to swap it over to this A side, yet the only success that they have found has been on B. Orbital Strike going to come out, but doesn't find much.
Really early on, but nearest airport, like you said, they haven't really set foot onto the site just yet, so I'm not too sure what the whole idea was behind that one, I'll be honest. Finally, they stomp around and dual showstoppers around. 2 Rosa ults, X2 baby. Nothing's to happen. Chaos everywhere. Util everything. The lot, the kitchen sink. Curey finally goes down. Nearest airport, they are down a player, but TSM they're throwing bodies at them, and they still come out on top. Calypso, last player standing, 7 to finish. TSM trading.
There's nothing that they could do, and they take note of it. A little bit of an eco buy for them. Calypso back with that up in hand, which is truly the successor for them. If without it, I really feel like nearest airport is struggling a little bit, but it's going to be Seven trying to go for that pick. Op v op here outside of B-Long.
Yep, here it comes. Seven versus Calypso. A tale as old as time. Who swings first? And I guess this is peak tier 2 gameplay, isn't it now? Just staring and holding, hoping they can get something. But yeah, look, nearest airport, I gotta say, you know, aside from getting the first pick as always, Governor, he's gotta take a chill pill, man. Guy's been leaping in every single time, and well, just as I say that, he goes down. Seven is just better. That's 2 for him in this round. And Corey, you said it on map 1, I think, or map 2, Haven, whenever space is given up by nearest airport. Look what TSM does. They're so proactive. They start poking and prodding. They get deep behind the enemy lines, and that's perfect intel. The moment Corey hears something, they're done for. The rotation's already going to be there. But nearest airport in this round, probably just looking for a save. They're completely locked out.
Yeah, there's
no intel, no kills.
Nothing that they could do. It's the difference between a good team and a great team on defense is you take one part of the map, I'm just going to take the other part right from you. They're constantly putting pressure on, and it forces nearest airport. If they want to go B, they have to commit as hard as they possibly can. There's no rotation that's going to be available, and it was the death of NA on attack on Haven as well. You brought it up, Digital. It's the same story being written again. As this looks like it's going to be TSM's map. The lead is just going to continue to funnel their direction. Yeah. And at some point, if nearest airport can't find that 4 or 5 rounds on attack, their defense is just going to be so difficult. It's too big of a mountain to climb. And Subroza wants a frag. Finds one.
It's just too easy for him, and he's just charging up his ultimate.
I want to see Governor's plays come out, and it's unfortunate every time he satches on the site. How demoralizing is it? I don't think he's actually made it on, as he just gets taken down by 7 every time.
Oh! Okay, Subroza missed the dog, but fortunately he had a teammate there to back him up. It's just layers, man, and they have each other's backs. Nearest airport, despite being on the eco and whatnot, they still struggle so much right now. They're walking onto the site. The wall falls. Corey finds Governor, and the blink of an eye, the last 2 kills go in the favor of TSM.
It's just consistently, it's that Corey and GMD combo on the A side. They don't need anything else. The combo works out perfectly with that Astra. Subroza on the aggressor once again.
Oh, Subroza, he should have seen Governor blast back over towards the right side. Unfortunately, don't know what happened there. And it's util out. Governor, there we go. This is what we wanted to see from peak gameplay. Running around and just entering for his team. Zero fear at all. But Corey, he has arrived. He is the man for TSM. Seven as well, getting a kill. Anderson for 1. Corey shuts him down. Whenever the backup arrives, it's just a complete shutout for nearest airport. There's nothing they can do. The big boys are here to play for TSM. Fake flash by precision. Seven doesn't even flinch. In fact, I don't even think he saw the flash.
Governor Leviathan, this is a risky play. High risk, high reward. If it works out, NA might find the life that they need.
Oh, no. Well, it's a frenzy. He needs the headshots. He goes to the left side. They don't see him just yet. Here's the shots. Governor, there we go. Picks up only 1. Corey found 2. Oh, my God. These raises, man. It's a bit of a raise diff right now. Calypso, what do you have for us? Can't even hit the ground before Seven pinches him out of the air. TSM, easy entry onto the site. Subroza again with the flash. Guy's just clowning on them right now. Anderson falls, nothing he could do. Precision still on the B site. Good luck.
Precision coming in on a long flank here. 1v. There's nothing that he could do. I want to say there's a world where he somehow clutches this up, but especially in a pistol, it's nearly impossible. Classic in hand. If it was a sheriff, yeah, it's a different story, but this is an unfortunate round for nearest airport. It might be the nail in the coffin. We saw NA in the first game find this round. I apologize to map 2. Subroza just He's always the one. They just send him. Let's go to the front line.
To win the force, but even still, 2 rifles on TSM as well. Knife's so hard. Leviathan, first way to strike the Stinger, finds some value. The teammates have a right to, but Curey, yes again, he finds 2. Thankfully, Precision does manage to just stave off the push for just a bit longer. The rotations can't come fast enough. The Phantoms once again get picked up, and TSM, they're down to 2, but superior gun, Taylor still come out on top. And just as to say that, Rossy bites off more than he can chew, runs straight into the crosshairs of Calypso, and GMD 1-3. We haven't seen him in a clutch situation yet, but as Astra, let's see what he has for us. 2 fake smokes, entry onto the site and into the crosshairs of 2 players, and GMD still finds them both. 20 HP. This is so doable. Precision only has half armor. A headshot is all it will take, and the timing. Spotted Precision. And now they're both afraid of each other. One's low, one has no full armor. And GMD, all right, he confirms where Precision was, runs over to the A site, still has plenty of time to play with, get the spike down and worry about it later. And it's those 2 stars they've recharged. He's useful to play with now. A smoke, but Precision doesn't care. 0 respect, pushes right through, gets the final kill. Nearest airport, the force works out.
To see that there's going to be creative plays coming out for NA, and they're trying to do it once again. Calypso going to come out on top somehow. Governor getting a lot of damage as well.
Jimmy gets spotted. A couple more pot shots coming out. And overall, TSM, I think I have to take it slow. Inferior weapons, get those small dumps, the old swords and whatnot. Oh, Jesus Christ, did Seven even fire off a shot before he TP'd? Remarkable speed from this young lad. But nearest airport, they're comfortable right now, unless Seven can disrupt their stability just a bit.
I think at this point, Seven just trying to dwindle down a little bit of economy. Still going to be good for nearest airport in the next round. That bomb inching over towards the B site. TSM's playing the long game. Oh my goodness, Seven. They don't even peek. They don't even try to trade it. They don't even know that Subroza's here until this dog comes out as well.
And the dog from Subroza, it caught one of the players and stuns them. But TSM, for all intents and purposes, trying to walk over towards the B site, and Rossy. Sheriff versus the judge. They spot each other's shoulders, and the 1 pump deals the deal. 7 now on the last legs. 1 bullet in the chamber as well. Haha, chamber. What a pun. But regardless,
it's sad. It's sad that nearest airport is scared to peek him in a 1 versus 3, and he only has a headhunter with 1 bullet. They don't want to peek him.
Well, he has a sheriff, the slightly different headhunter. The shoulder as well. That's a freebie. But 10 seconds. The spike so far away, and the judge long distance as well. It still gets it. 1 pump.
It looks like TSM may be setting up for it. Is Rossy going to go ahead and throw at that smoke to create the east side pressure? It's just going to be Curey. Leviathan here for it, but the damage heavily going over towards the nearest airport.
Oof. Okay, Leviathan took a small hit there. Too bad though, early engagements, damage traded back and forth. Thankfully the skies on both teams, so any damage can just be patched right up ASAP. And TSM gonna give B side a crack. Early intel shows the Octagon's clear, and Hookah slightly defended, not too heavily though. It's a bit of a stark contrast to how both teams play the defense, and as you can see right now, they're heavily situated over towards B. No space taken over towards A. The double swing Governor takes down Curey. That's a big hitter for TSM. Through the smoke comes Seven, and he will fall to his death. The last 2 plays, a flash gets dodged. GMD walks towards death. That's with the spike as well. Rossy's here to back up Subroza, but maybe this round's too far gone.
Definitely too far gone. I honestly think TSM saves in this position. Rosa has the operator in hand. Maybe just take that step back as he's waiting for some sort of an aggressive. Calypso just says, no, thank you. You're not taking that in the next round. Took him to the grave. Rossy, the last man back. There's nothing for him to do here, Digital.
Oh, boy. Here comes Anderson.
He doesn't want to get rid of that judge.
At this distance, surely not. Oh, it's a dig. Rossy's scared now. Rossy's scared. 1 more is all it takes. He's so low.
They didn't win the game.
At the same time, Curey had no one to back him up as well. This time, though, Curey dives onto the site with the ultimate in the air and still fires it off and gets a kill. Duking around, being the human flashbang while his teammates clear the site. Seekers get popped, and that's a gun picked up by Subroza. Spike to get planted, and this judge now on the retake. That's going to be problematic. And the Viper spit as well for Rossy.
If they put it down, then the judge has a life. The judge could just walk in now.
Cool, TSM takes down Calypso. 7 is a monster with the classic again. Governor explodes 7, but GMD.
And we're actually going to see Calypso forced to go in with that tour de force. And Anderson, another judge back in hand. The Viper Spit was popped by TSM previously, but the divide available and possibly already getting set up towards this A side.
Oh, Corey, there you go. There's the jump in and into the crosshairs of Anderson, the judge. The one pump, and he needed a second one. Otherwise, he would have been in a lot of trouble there. The Roomba, the phantom second man from beyond the grave. Cosmic Divide comes through, though. A flash, perhaps, and Seven still trying to pick off someone. Leviathan jumping back and forth for some info right next to the Cosmic Divide. Subroza not pushing just yet. Spots a few arms. And that's it. Spike Planter has been killed. Governor goes down, trades his life for it, though. And Anderson being such a little rat playing inside his ulti with the judge.
Seven gets around him.
Just outside as well. That is true. He does get around them, but the spike, you're too scared to plant it. A judge could pop at any moment and just clap you. Seven swings out. He doesn't even care. He still gets a kill. Things get harder and harder. It's all down to last player, Anderson, who finds Seven. My bad, actually.
All those rounds back to back to back, but Leviathan has that orbital strike available. And TSM taking the note, hey, maybe let's go back to the B side. Same thing with Nearest Airport that we saw on their attacker side. There's not a lot of success to be had on A. These teams are locking it down too well, and Corey actually going with the judge for himself, maybe knowing that he's trying to clear out that close in hookah.
Seven, he doesn't care. He's gonna go right through. And the orbital strike as well seems to clear up a few angles. Anderson jumps in, good for one onto Rossy. And that's potentially the Viper Ball out of the equation for TSM. Could prove to be problematic later on in the round. And Leviathan sprays through, finally takes down Subroza. Corey with the judge, long distance shooting, praying for the best. Clean round for Nearest Airport.
For them is he's sitting at 22 and 10 at the moment on Chamber on attack. Governor gonna get spotted out though.
Poor Governor, that op shot missed the dog, and as a result, that was definitely Governor. A Vandal potentially handed over as well. Calypso gets a second retribution, revenge, and Seven just pushes right through, doesn't even care yet again. Nearest Airport, they fall against another eco. TSM are so good on these rounds. I swear to God, they need this for Nearest Airport, and they're just falling short. Precision on his lonesome now. It was just like a series of unfortunate events. The trickle-down effect, missing the dog resulted in the death, and then it's just madness, chaos, and like you said, TSM, they thrive in these moments. A judge in the hands of Subroza, as long as the range advantage can favor him, he might not be able to get a kill. And there you go, Precision leaps right in off of a flash, but the time is ticking away too much, and having to clutch against Seven, this is a very intimidating prospect. And as I say that, Precision, easy peasy, doesn't even sweat at all, and the defuse,
he gets it. What a play from Precision. The 1 versus 3 clutch that does farm Rossy, that Viper Spit on the attacker side. So now that TSM has these rifles in hand, Seven, operator versus operator.
Oh, God, I swear to God, Seven had that angle first. Regardless, though, good on Calypso to get the first kill into Seven. A big issue in the sides of Nearest Airport.
Like this slow push, but it sets up Leviathan.
Yeah, that's true. Anderson, the judge, sneaky beaky. Once that smoke goes down,
this Odin's gonna rain down fire.
Oh no, they're too far away. The judge is good for nothing on the side, but Leviathan has been aware of something. Spots out one, sprays down Rossy. The transfer instantly, just with good measure. GMD is close, spike goes down. Anderson's there around the corner. They're struggling just a bit. Corey, tunnel vision's a bit. And he still picks up 2 and maybe 3. Leviathan duking around the box. Subroza, what do you have for us? Clutch Master, their faces, and more often than not, they come out on top. The only question is the ultimates. Do you expend them now to guarantee this round win and get match points? Or do you potentially use it, still lose the round, and basically screw yourself over towards the end? Subroza, though, takes down Calypso. That's not a good start on Nearest Airport. Oh, dearie me.
They haven't even been able to find that the op duel, and Subroza just needed a sheriff. That's what they needed the whole time. Now he has the entry pick. He's here.
Silence across the map. Good paint shells. A little bit of chip damage, and the dog to come out as well. Governor, we'll shut this down real quick. Corey! Oh my goodness! With the showstopper, just to, I don't know, maybe force pressure. Governor out of the angle, and blast back mid-air. Subroza catches him. Clay pigeon shooting, spike to go down. TSM, not another eco. Thankfully, orbital strike is there to put the angle. Anderson, the judge, ever so present. Good for a while. Around the corner, though, he's not expecting a second. Perhaps the TP from GME to get the hell out of dodge. Seven on the flip side. He's made his way so deep behind the enemy lines over towards the B side. Leviathan takes down Subroza, but Seven, he is a big issue for them to deal with. And Corey, Anderson's so low, just has to get a shot, and he's done for. Precision on his lonesome. Seven caught Leviathan. Not like this, man. About the corner. That's GMD already waiting for precision. How does TSM continuously get these eco rounds?
They thrived nearest airport in the previous round, so they're really only working with those seekers in the hands of precision. The Viper pick going to go down on that A site, and it's TSM. A lot of pressure outside of B.
The Rumbas. And the secrets rendezvous and kiss. But things are super tense right now. Nearest airport, they want everything they can have. Precision running and gunning. Takes down Seven. He walks through by himself off of a flash. But Corey strikes right back onto Governor, who's just having a tough time in this matchup, I'm not gonna lie. TSM, they're starting to feel a bit confident now, and B side smells ripe for the picking. Anderson's ult over towards A. Good for nothing almost, unless TSM rotates into it. Leviathan finds GMD. That's a great start. And maybe this is the rotation.
That's a bold peek, and it forces them to push into this Viper pit. Anderson, I don't think he's bought a different gun than that Judge this entire defender side, and it's worked out beautifully for him. This is his moment to showcase it once again. Is Corey trying to create that B-side pressure? They need Corey to show something to stop this rotation.
If his back is turned, okay. The Broza saw the trademark, pops it, and it's high alert time now for Anderson. Clips it, gets a dink, but at least he takes down Corey. That came too close for comfort. TSM, they're bleeding players now on match point. 2v4. It's possible, just highly unlikely. 20 seconds, maybe they want to just play it safe. They're at Econ. It's seen better days potentially for Subroza and Rossy. If they die, I'm not too sure if his teammates can even buy them back. And yeah, pushing into Viper's pit, it's just... well, it's too intimidating.
Such a smart trademark as well, right at the start of that Viper's pit. Oh!
Okay.
Leviathan. Risky. Conway's not in the best spot, but I don't think it bites nearest airport. They're already stacking over towards A. They know that's where TSM found life. See if Subroza finds that opening pick that they needed beforehand.
Leviathan runs it! This is big! He finds two! That's a game changer for nearest airport. That's kind of what they needed. And that's a couple of ultimates down. That's Subroza's support util down, but rest in peace. There's for TSM, there is still the Cosmic Divide, and there is still the Viper's Pit. As soon as they get sight and put down those ultis,
Divide.
they still have a chance of winning it. Here it comes. Cosmic Divide, close range, and Viper's Pit as well. Secure the spike plant and put the pressure onto nearest airport on the retake. Anderson, he hasn't even bought another gun yet. He's still on the judge for crying out loud. Corey, the timing could be perfect. But Anderson goes inside the pit, and he will meet his death. The spike wasn't even tapped. But there is still the ultimate, the showstopper, which is on the rotation over real quick. GMD gonna guarantee the spike plants. Let's just see how this plays out. Showstopper deployed. Corey in the air. Governor. Oh my goodness, hell, he's still alive through the TP as well. The tracking missile doesn't end his life. Has already been DPS. We're going into overtime, baby.
We are going to overtime. Bros don't fake the pressure. Corey forced to back away. That was such a risky play. Ends up satcheling into the teleport.